Porsche 996 Turbo for me and many people is a dream car of a lifetime. My journey to ownership started over 20 years ago, before my car was even built, during the time when ownership for me was truly only a dream. On September 11, that's right, 9/11/2013, my wife unexpectedly made my dream come true and bought my X50 for me. I was so excited when we went to pick up the car, I couldn't drive it home for hours. Over the past 7 years of ownership, driving my 996 Turbo has been absolute heaven. Outside of a little bit of turbo lag and a throttle that's not quite as responsive as I wanted, I've been absolutely satisfied and as happy as a clam. I never dreamed it could get any better. But on May 19, 2020, it did. On May 19, 2020, world-renowned Porsche tuner DJ Marski of Marski Tuning offered to personally perform a free tune on my Porsche. I was so shocked, it took me a minute to respond. Finally, I managed to ultimately accept, and I offered to make a video of the entire process to share with you. So here goes. The tuning process starts by you receiving the tuning hardware, downloading and installing the MyGenius software, and updating the drivers.
There's a time when, you just don't move, stay outside the car.
Yep. Outside the car.
And it takes a minute, and then at the end it's going to tell you what to do again. It's going to tell me.
Switch off dashboard to continue.
Okay, turn the key to the off position. Click OK, click select.
Okay, warning. Please connect your vehicle to stabilized battery.
Click select because we have it hooked up. Click select.
Okay. Switch on dashboard, check the connections, and press OK.
So turn the key to the on position, then click OK.
Key on. OK. Switch off the dashboard to continue.
Turn the key to the off position, click select.
Writing ECU complete.
Very good. Click select.
Wait, analyze and log in progress.
Right.
Main menu.
Main menu.
Yep.
Okay. You're done.
Boom.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Thanks, DJ. This is
So
sweet.
Now just unplug it. When you're ready, unplug everything and go for a drive.
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about DJ Marski. I didn't really know DJ Marski prior to meeting him actually on Facebook. So I did a little bit of research to figure out, who is this guy? And it comes to find out, he is not new on the scene. He has not just started tuning Porsches. He started way back, actually in 2001. But he really got big in 2007 when he started basically setting world records. Okay, we're not going to go specific numbers, but check out a couple of these runs that he did way back in the day, way before a lot of these other tuners who are on the market were even on the scene. Okay, it speaks to the level of experience, and it speaks to the level of service that you get. He knows exactly what he's doing. Check out these runs. you enjoyed the first part of this video. It was very accurate in terms of my experience and how we got here. And still trying to calm down a little bit. So this is like ramble. It's a beautiful day though, nice and dry, nice and warm here in California. And oh man, this is nice. It runs really smooth, just like I wanted. One of the other criteria, in addition to responsiveness, was I wanted to maintain drivability. I wanted it to stay nice and mild and nice and smooth, and even when you accelerate, no jumpy, jerky. See, it's still, man, it wants to go. That's gonna take some getting used to. Yeah, it's very, very drivable. It's nice and smooth. You haven't done anything. You wouldn't even know unless you had driven it before. You would know by the sensitivity of the throttle. It's almost as if, it's almost as if the turbo lag is completely gone, which is strange because it is a turbo still, right? So I kind of think I understand what happened. I think he adjusted my drive-by-wire so that my throttle's a little bit more sensitive, and it kind of bridges the gap between when turbo kicks in and the turbo lag, and me being not a really super aggressive driver, it kind of bridges it, and you don't feel that there's a little spot probably in there somewhere that you would feel if you were a little bit more aggressive. But since I'm not, a little bit of added throttle, and then finally it gets up to RPM, and boom, the turbo kicks in, so you don't feel it at all. It feels like a naturally aspirated car. Okay, I'm telling you right now, butter. It looks like we're getting up to temperature here, so we're gonna go on up a little bit longer, a couple of blocks here. We'll make a turn, and we'll give it a little push. I'm not trying to go 1.3 bar and get nuts. I'm just maybe 0.9, because before I was getting consistently 0.8, occasionally 0.9, but generally 0.8 bar of boost. So we're gonna look at the gauge, and I'm gonna give it moderate boost. When I got 0.8, I was at like 6,500. I was pushing it. So we're not gonna even push it that far. We're gonna push it maybe 5.5 and see what we get. And if we get 1 out of that, I'm happy. That's all I was looking for. So there's nobody directly in front of me. Let's go ahead and second, see what we get. Holy moly. Holy moly. Did you guys see that? I didn't even try, and that was 1.2. And see what we get. And if we get 1 out of that, I'm happy. That's all I was looking for. So there's nobody directly in front of me. Let's go ahead and second, see what we get. Holy moly. Holy moly. Did you guys see that? I didn't even try, and that was 1.2. So, holy moly. Holy moly. That's, oh man, what if I give it the beans? Man, what did you do, DJ? Maybe I'm going to get a 1.5 or something. I'm not going to find out right now, but holy smoke, Batman. This thing boosts right on up there with no effort. Just, holy, I let off. Ooh. Okay, well, I'm still on video, huh? Yeah, I like it. Oh, shoot. Oh, baby. Oh, wow, yeah. It gets to 0.9 real quick. Like, man, at 4,000 RPMs, you're at 0.9. Oh my goodness. Okay. That part. Man, okay. Oh, God. I'm messing up my thought processes here. So let's talk about, because I don't want to keep this video too long. Let's talk about the pricing. Everybody wanted to ask me about, a whole lot of people, how much does it cost? Okay, so let's get into that. And I need to slow down so that I can think, because I can't hardly talk. But the price, I'll tell you what the price was for me. Nothing. $0.00. DJ hooked me up with this tune for free, and I didn't even ask for it. So yeah, it's awesome. I like it, and holy monkey junk. Okay, one more, and then we'll talk. Ooh, man. Okay. Yeah, I can get used to this real quick. Well, I don't know how quick I'm gonna get used to it, but it's nice. It's nice just knowing it's there. Okay, so I'm sorry, I digress. Back to the price. Here's the deal. This is a custom tune by a tuning expert. When you ask, well, how much is a tune? Okay, think of it this way. When you ask someone who's going to buy a custom high-performance car, how much is the car? Well, first thing you need to know, well, what car are you going to get? What options are you going to get? You know? When you buy a house, you can either buy a track home, you can buy a condominium, or you can go out and you can build a custom home. Okay? So if somebody said, well, how much is the house going to cost? You say, I'm going to buy a house. How much does it cost? Well, it depends on what house you get. What options you get. Okay? So, for me, I wanted a very mild tune, a little bit of horsepower, better throttle response, good drivability, better gas mileage, you know, and he hit all areas that I requested on the head. His drivability is good, gas mileage is up, and, you know, I couldn't be happier. You may want something completely different, okay? So, what you pay is going to depend on what you want. So that's one of the key things in a tune. And the first thing that you need to do is figure out what you want. What is your driving style? What do you plan to do with the vehicle? Are you going to be on the track? Are you going to carve in the canyons? Are you going to be driving it daily to work? What are your plans for driving? And what do you want? Okay? Once you figure that out, you sit down with DJ, you guys iron out the different options, and you will pay for what you order. Just like when you go to a restaurant. So, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you're going to order. I don't know what your requirements are. I don't know what your driving style is. So, I can't tell you how much your tune is going to cost. Now, if you want to just buy a tracked home tune, off you go. Or if you want to buy, you know, an apartment tune, there you go. But if you want a custom home or a custom Lamborghini or a custom tune, then you have to work on the details of what that entails, and then you pay for that. And it's not that complicated. So yeah, DJ is excellent tuner. Okay, but the proof is in the pudding. So check out my assessment of how the tune feels to me and what my experience has been before and after in actually driving the car. So I'm going to pull over so I can collect my thoughts and calm down, because being in here it's just too much. Stay tuned. Okay, YouTube. Okay, guys. Pulled over, a little park here so I can calm down, collect my thoughts, and give you guys my assessment of the car's behavior before and after the tune. Before I got the tune, I absolutely loved my car. I loved the drivability, I loved this power, I loved everything about it. It was a little bit sluggish on the clutch, and there was a little bit of turbo lag. But that was to be expected with K24s because it's an X50, and it is a turbo, so you're going to get some turbo lag. Okay. After the tune, seemingly all the turbo lag is gone. The throttle is way more responsive. Drivability is actually better, if you can believe that. And when I push it to the limit, the turbos are screaming at me as if they're angry that they have a wastegate. They want to boost even more, and they just hiss like crazy, like I've never heard before. The car has been transformed. It's more visceral. It's always egging to go. So I honestly believe that many people who sold their Porsches, their 996 turbos, for reasons other than financial, would not have sold it had they had it tuned. the tune completely transforms the car. So if your car is not tuned, you're not fully experiencing that car. It is significant. I was a naysayer. I took 5 years to come around to get it tuned because I just thought, you probably won't even notice it. You notice it. You notice it. It is significant. I'm gonna go ahead and say, from the way it feels, it's somewhere between 50 and 75 horse. And I have an OEM exhaust still. Just the tune alone on X50 has probably put 500 to the wheels. I'm gonna say probably 525 to the crank, 500 to the wheels. It's significant. And you feel it all the time. It's not just, Florida, you can feel it at the top end. 30 miles an hour, pulling off from a stock side. It's more responsive. It's more engaging. It's funner. So my recommendation is, for the cost, you gotta be kidding me. I'm not sure what the cost is exactly, but I know I paid $1,200 for a UUC exhaust from a BMW for a little bit of performance enhancement. And I've loved that for the last 10 years. This is 10 times more than that. So get yourself over there to DJ Marski's website. I'll put the information at the end of this video. Get your car tuned. If your car's not tuned, you ain't even driving half of it. Get your car tuned. You will love it. It is well worth whatever the cost. So that's my assessment. Thank you for watching.